Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to show you what I got today, folks. It's a real coconut. And the reason that I got this, folks, you may think I'm silly, but I didn't know that this was high on, you can only eat this in moderation if you have high cholesterol. The coconut, the real coconut, but the reason that I got it, folks, is I'm going to try to split it down, around this way and use it in my fish tanks. But if you use it, you'll have to clear all this hairy looking stuff off of it. And it makes a nice little hideaway for fish or whatever. But I thought that was kind of neat, folks, and it was only $2.49. So I thought, well, that'd probably be a good idea, but when I got it, I didn't realize that it was high on cholesterol. It said that you could probably eat some of it, but you have to eat it in moderation. You can't eat a whole bunch of it. But that's why I got it, because I was going to eat some of it. But if I have to, I'll take it and put it in a baggie. And my husband's going to give his friend some stuff probably, because we got some things back in that room in there that's got to be cleaned up and put in his box. And I would just give it to them and let them eat it, so that way I won't be eating something that's not healthy. But anybody that's got high cholesterol, folks, they have to eat this in moderation. And I wanted to share that with you. But they do make a nice little hideaway for fish and stuff. What I would do is I would crack it open and take all the coconut out the inside of it and put it in a baggie and give it to my husband's friend. But that's the whole reason I bought that, folks. I seen one of these in the pet shop one day. They're selling them where they took the empty hull from the coconut shell and made a little hut for like a snail or fish or something like that, and I thought that was kind of neat. But hello, folks. I thought I'd get on here and say hello to you. And I hope you enjoy that video with the herbs. You can do research on them, folks, and find out different things about them for yourself, but just remember that some of them are for salves and ointments and things like that. And then like the stuff like the basil and things like that is what we use to cook with and stuff. But, just take precautions with it when using it and stuff. And make sure that you're not allergic to it. And it says for pregnant women, they have to be careful too about using that kind of stuff too. But I just like to check things like that out, folks, because it's a natural thing. Some of that stuff that you see about herbs and things like that, folks. What if you could treat yourself naturally like I did when I got a cold that time? I used that elderberry tea with lemon in it. And that was the only thing that soothed my cold, folks. They gave me some cough syrup and stuff, but I think that cough syrup made me cough worse than it helped me. So I didn't want to take it because I'd had that cough for so long that it was keeping me awake at night. So I didn't want to keep taking something that was making me cough worse. But when I found that when I done that lemon with the tea, that it helped me out a lot. But that was natural, and my husband was just totally blown away when he found out that after drinking that tea that it helped the cold. He was just absolutely amazed about that. Because that was the type of cold that most usually it would make people have to go back to the doctor, but I didn't want to go back to that doctor because she was just against giving me any antibiotics or anything like that. So I figured it would be a waste of time to go back to her. But anyway, I switched doctors and everything, folks, because I think that her knowing that I had that cough like that, and she just gave me that cough syrup, I think that she's probably not that good of a doctor. I would give her probably 4 stars on that one. If I were to be rating her on something. Because, doctors usually will try to give you something to help you or whatever, folks, but she wouldn't do that. So, I don't know. I just decided that I wasn't going to go to her. So, I went to another place and found me another doctor. But if I go and they don't treat me for my sicknesses and stuff, folks, I'm going to change doctors. But yeah, I find that herb book very interesting, because a lot of them herbs and stuff, folks, the ones that we know about normally, the ones we cook with and things like that, we've been cooking with them for a long time. We put some of them in chicken or beef or whatever, to make our foods taste good. And you never would think that they would have properties in them that would, cure certain things, but they really do, folks. And with that aloe vera, I think most of the time people use that for like ointments and things like that, for like burns and things like that. But that's interesting, folks, I think. Because if there's things that you could treat naturally and wouldn't have to go to a doctor to get treated for it, that would be great, folks. Because back in the old days, folks, that's what people had to rely on, to help them get through and stuff. Because my ex-husband, the kids' daddy, I think his grandma was a midwife, and she treated people with natural herbs and stuff. And she helped a lot of sick people and stuff, folks. So, I mean, my grandma never talked much about it, but however, my grandma Case, she would fix that cough syrup, herself. It's a whiskey with lemon and eucalyptus and honey in it. And that's how she fixed cough syrup, folks. I don't think she bought the over-the-counter stuff. Because that's what the old timers did. They fixed their own cough syrups and stuff. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to tell you all to rely on that and not go to the doctor or anything like that, folks, because we all have to have doctors and we all have to be checked by a professional to, do what we got to do. because a lot of things that we're going to consume, we probably want to check with our doctors first to make sure that we're not using something that we're not supposed to. But you know how that is, folks. It is very interesting, the herb thing. And I just wanted to get in here and share that with you folks because I knew that you would probably find that interesting too, you know. There's a lot of different properties that it takes care of, folks. And some of them, you can even use them like the ointment type herbs and stuff. You can even use it on your livestock. And it said on one part of that that Italian seasoning that we use in spaghetti and things like that, folks. That's what I told you that I used to give my chickens back in the summer because it was cheaper than going and buying each individual herb. So instead of buying each individual herb, I bought the Italian seasoning. And it had all of them in there for the most part. And I found it to be cheaper just to get that. And I would salt a little bit of that in their feed and give it to them. And, you know, they seem to be doing pretty good on it. You know, I don't give it to them in the winter, but in the summertime, I put it in their feed. And all my chickens are pretty healthy, you know. They're saying that stuff about the bird flu, but I haven't seen no signs of it in my chickens, folks. My chickens have stopped laying because we did get some bad weather there for a while, and I think it stressed them out. So they did stop laying, but other than that, they're doing fine, folks. And so are the geese, and that gander's as mean as a snake right now because he's going through the cycle of them breeding and things like that. So if I go down there around them, I usually have to take a rake or something like that, you know, to keep them off of me, because if I don't, they'll bite me. But here lately, he's been seeing me, you know, pass by the door or something like that, and he'll start honking. And the other morning, I turned the light on in the kitchen, and he seen that light, and he went off, folks, because he knew that was me, you know. But yeah, you know, when you raise them up like that and they get used to you, they get used to routines and things like that, folks. They know what's going on. And so I did find 2 eggs down below, you know, from the geese. And I got rid of them because I didn't want no more goslings. But I think the gander probably knows that I probably got their eggs, and I think he's a little bit upset with me over that. But anyway, folks, I wanted to get on here and let you know that coconut is high on cholesterol. And I hope that I help somebody, you know, with that situation if they've got high cholesterol, folks. And I thought I'd share that with you. And I hope you guys have a good night and a blessed night too. You got this, folks. Bye-bye.